And today I'm going to talk to George Scott. Um, uh, I'll let him explain his history and bio and everything. But if you're a business owner, investor, whatever, it'll be good to listen to him and see, if you want to connect with him. So, George, kind of go through your history, what you used to do before to what do you do now.
Oh, well, first of all, Raju, thank you very much for the opportunity to share some thoughts with you and your listeners. I started doing what I was doing back when I had hair and it was dark, uh, more specifically 1983. The, uh, the name of my business is Business Consulting Solutions. What we very much strive to do is to provide practical solutions to help a business owner either fix, grow, or sell their business. And then on the consulting side of what I do, I like to focus on what I call the business of business. The business of business is where uh, every business owner has core knowledge and core competencies for the products they produce or the service they provide already. But all the other things that helps them keep what they're doing to be a sustainable and profitable business, that's how I can help.
Hmm.
So, whereas when I first started out, I was focused almost 100% on business brokerage. And again, that's helping people buy and sell ongoing businesses, but and very little consulting. And now it's done almost the complete reverse. And I'm doing almost 100% consulting as compared to what I was doing before.
Awesome. Awesome. Good. Were you going to finish
No,
something?
no, go ahead.
All right, awesome. So with that, we kind of talked about this before. There's multiple ways you can help business owners or people related in the business world. So kind of share that, and also who would you like to connect, and obviously who can you help. You kind of already a little bit share that, but kind of go at it again, like who you can help and who would you like to connect.
Okay. Uh, the my ideal client
Mhm.
is a business owner with an open mind. Nothing more involved in that. If a business owner has an open mind,
Mhm.
I'm certain I can help them in whatever way they need help.
Mhm.
But if somebody is coming to me, chances are it's because they want to change the circumstances in which they're in regarding the business.
Mhm.
It could be fixing something that maybe the business has been around for 2 and 3 generations, but what got them to last that long, and along with the very astute business decisions that have been made to keep them there 2 and 3 generations,
Mhm.
they possibly stopped doing it.
Mhm.
That happens more times than not when the slide starts to go down.
Mhm.
But if it's helping a business grow, it can be grow in number of customers or clients as the business dictates. It can be growth in profitability. It can be growth. It doesn't have to mean bigger always, but the growth can be something internally. It could be a growth of the work environment. It varies per each different business that is in existence.
Mhm.
In terms of one's connecting with, it's anyone who's involved with the small business operations. It can be attorneys, accountants, uh, bookkeepers, insurance people for general liability, and as well as the actual life and health, that not only for the business owner, him or herself, but also for the employees if the business is large enough to have a number of employees. So that it can be bankers, it can be landlords in terms of people who provide uh, insights to me that I uh, reach out to the particular businesses that they suggest I reach out to and see what I can do to help. If I feel that I can't bring value to their situation myself, what I strive to do at all times is connect the business owner with someone else who maybe has greater knowledge in a certain area.
Hmm.
Take, for example, uh, I've been around a few years, and if I was to try to convince people that I was really good with computers and programming and various programs, I'm sure people would ask me how many typewriters I have in the back seat of my car. Uh, that's two, no. No. Uh, but if by me presenting myself as helping in general business operations with some specific areas of financial restructuring, sales and sales management, uh, employee development, hiring and firing, some of the HR stuff, as an deep in the weeds HR stuff, that I have a strategic alliance partnership with someone who that's their focus.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that it varies in terms of what can be done. One
Gotcha.
past client, for example,
Mhm.
was manufacturing business. We started in changing the environment by reading a book that basically stated anything that I would have stated, but it came across a lot better by them reading the words, reading it on their own. Started out with 6 people, primarily from administration, ended up with 13 people, met once a week for just about entire year, and had key people from production that sat in on this and participated. So it varies per client in terms of what their actual needs are.
Gotcha.
One of the reasons I feel that can bring value to a business is that business is business is business, regardless of where the business is located. There's certain elements that are common to all businesses. What's your market? What's your target client? What's your financial structure? Doesn't matter what the type of business is. I equate business operations to driving skills.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter what the brand and model of the vehicle is that you're driving, how big or how small it is, that it's, if you see a ball, if you're driving through a residential area, as an example, you see a ball coming out in the road, you know there's going to be a little kid chasing after it. Well, you don't wait until you get right there to change your activities. You start slowing down back here. Knowing where the light switch is in the vehicle you're driving has nothing to do with driving skills.
Right.
So that I have seen over the years, and there's been quite a few years now, uh, things that worked and things that didn't work with various businesses. And I'm happy to share with the business owners what I've observed.
Gotcha.
For that matter, that's kind of what gets me out of bed every morning.
Gotcha.
I am at the point in my life where
Hold that thought. Hold that thought, actually.
okay,
George, well, I gave you the preview, so you're jumping into the next question. So let's jump into the question. Before
okay,
we jump into it, like I say, like I mentioned, George, as he shared, reach out to him if you're looking to, create your business or make your business better. But one of the things he didn't share is if you're even looking to sell your business, he can help you with that. Like create a business, bigger business or whatever, organize it such a way that it's more sellable. So that's one thing he didn't share, but that's also there. So I'll be posting his info, reach out to him. If that, what he's sharing, intrigues you and you would like to connect and see if he can help you, reach out to him. With that, let's jump into that one. Yeah. What, gets you up in the morning these days then, George?
all righty. What gets me up in the morning is the probability that one or more business owners before the end of the day I can provide them with some help to make what they're doing easier, not necessarily easy, but make what they're doing easier. And sometimes, and my guidance is one, I'd like to think that's gentle guidance, but two, it's based on time worn principles, concepts, and techniques with current applications to those time worn principles, concepts, and techniques. For example, you and I are talking right now. In a sense, we're face to face. There's value to face meetings and conversations. However, we're using Zoom, the internet, computers, etc., that weren't available when I first entered the workforce a long time ago. So it's helping, because if I can help a business owner, regardless of what their business is, and they in turn can, if they have employees and then with their customers, they in turn, there's a ripple effect where if I help them, they can help others. So I'm glad to do that, and help people move forward, and in some cases, so that they didn't make some of the errors that either I made along the way, or others have made separately. I'd like to think that with each time I stub my toe, I learned something. I learned to how make sure that I didn't stub my toe again. And in a sense, that's kind of some of the help that I would provide with a business owner, and that's what helps get me out of bed in the morning.
Awesome. Great answer. Yeah. Helping, looking forward to helping people, that inspires you. Awesome. Well, obviously, you mentioned several times you've been in business world for a long time. You probably have, I don't know, hundreds of tips, right? I'm sure you have hundreds of tips, but you can only share one tip. It doesn't necessarily have to be a business related tip. It could be a personal too, like, because personal and business sometimes will coincide. So what's the one tip you can share that helps help you, that will help others?
Then I have a 1 and 1A.
Okay, fine.
The one thing overall is to believe, for each person who's hearing this, is to believe in yourself more. You've got things going on in your brain that you may not be giving yourself credit for. So that, and wherever you are in your point in life, you have learned things that can be applied to your business. I'd say one subset is believe in yourself more, give yourself the benefit of the doubt, use massive doses of common sense, and do a SWOT analysis, or at least a strength and weakness analysis on yourself. And wherever you have weaknesses, you bring somebody in to be part of your team. Doesn't mean you hire them as an employee, but for example, attorneys and accountants can provide very useful information. And I've been saying for many years, a good attorney and a good accountant is worth more than their weight in gold. And what makes them good is they understand small business operations. Also, if you have somebody, maybe you need help in marketing. Well, there's people who have experience in that. Maybe you want to build a sales force. There's people who have experience in that. Maybe you want to do some financial restructuring. You get the liens released off of some assets, and you offer up some other assets depending on where you are and what your liquidity is, and how you like your financial position to be. So that's where part of the team is. If you believe in yourself more, do that strength and weakness analysis, and then not be afraid to ask for help from others. You'd be surprised how many are willing to give some help for no charge, help for a very low fee. And it's in their best interest to provide you with guidance that'll help you become successful, especially on a sustained basis.
Awesome. Awesome.
Hopefully some of this is making sense.
No, this is great tip. Believing in yourself and yeah, seeking that help to help you and building those teams. That's a great tip. I mean, actually, it's 1A and B in there. So 3 tips.
I may have thrown in a C and a D in there too, so
Yeah.
thank you for allowing me to do so.
All right, awesome, and thanks for taking the time, George. Again, I'll be posting George's, website or whatever contact information based on what he shared. If that's something you think he can help you with, or you can connect and talk to him, maybe see if there is a potential business together or consultation together. Awesome. Again, thank you, George. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you, Raju. I appreciate the opportunity to share these thoughts with you. And I wish everybody who's hearing this the very best of success. And again, believe in yourself more. It will work.